Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pima Voices. My name is Savannah, and I'll be your host. Today, I'm sitting down with Jim Craig, who is the Dean of Business Information Technology and Hospitality Leadership. And today, we're going to be exploring one of those topics, which is hospitality. How are you today, Jim?
I'm great. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in today. I know you're a super busy man, so
I'm excited to be here, so thank you.
Well, we're all excited that you're here today. So I wanted to bring you in because this month is a very special month for you. You have a ribbon cutting happening for hospitality leadership, which is super exciting. I know we're all like very, very excited at the office, and I'm like, I'm ready, let's go, because this has been talked about for so long, and it's finally here.
Yeah, it's been a long process. It's been a culmination of a 5-year grant and a lot of construction and a lot of innovation. And so, yeah, we're so excited to celebrate the unveiling of the Center of Excellence. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be spectacular. Now, I just got way too excited to talk about this. So before we dive into that, why don't we let everyone know who is Jim and what is your role within the hospitality leadership?
Okay. So I'm the dean over the Hospitality Center of Excellence, and I've been at Pima for 10 years. And like you said, there's a mouthful of other things that I oversee, but this is such an amazing opportunity, not just for the college, but for the community and most importantly for our students. And so we're just so excited to be able to give them so much more than we've been able to give them in the past. So that's what we've been focused on and what I've been focused on for these last few years to really get this COE going.
I know. I remember when it was first brought up, it felt like a lifetime ago.
Right.
So the fact that it's here, I'm like, is it actually here? Is this a dream? But so what do you think sets Pima's hospitality leadership program apart from others across the country?
Well, a number of things. It's a great question because for one, it's brand new. So we are benefiting from the latest state-of-the-art technology in our brand new bakery and pastry kitchen, for instance. So we have Rationale ovens in there that are state-of-the-art, but we also have older equipment so the students get this broad range of education with things that might be out in industry that they go into and new things that industry might not even be aware of. And the students, the graduates, can go out and say, hey, I've got some new technology we should add to this restaurant or implement in our resort. And so it's the combination of new technology, new curriculum, a better relationship with the community and with industry, all combined to give students a much more robust, much more advanced, hands-on experiential learning in hospitality leadership and culinary.
And I feel like culinary really needs like that hands-on hospitality. It needs that hands-on experience, right? And so
it's hard to learn how to cut things with by reading a book, right?
Exactly. And so I know a really cool thing that you guys have is like a restaurant, right? Like a student-run restaurant. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the student-run restaurant, or the bistro as we call it, is a small, about a 50 seat restaurant, and students will be doing their capstone projects there. They will be planning, providing, creating the menus, and developing the entire 3 to 5 course meal for real customers, and get evaluated for that. And we've already had some trial meals in there, and they did excellent. Our Gospel Rescue Mission graduates served a dinner for their families and for some industry leaders, and they got job offers as a result. So,
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's a perfect example of how this new space is going to advance students' careers and make them more marketable in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like if you're a restaurant owner or chef who's looking to add on to your team, they can come dine at the bistro and see what students are doing, and then they get a job. Like, how cool is that? That is so cool.
We've even trained our students to have their one-page resume in their pocket. In case somebody asks, do you have a card? Yes, I do.
Here's my resume, actually. No, you guys are setting them up for success, and that's amazing. And then I'm so excited. Like, I have been talking about this forever. I was like, I can't wait to show people Desert Vista campus, because this is going to be super cool. Like, I want to dine at the bistro. Like, I want to experience it all because I think it's super fascinating and exciting, and it's just got this like amazing energy, and it's like really like it almost feels like it's student run, which is just like spectacular, because then those students get that like real world experience, which is so needed. Like, especially when you're finishing college, you're like, oh, like you haven't had a job or you don't have the experience, but it's like, wait, I actually have. I ran a restaurant. And so that is like the perfect setting for them to really just like step out into the world, especially with Tucson being the city of gastronomy. Like, it fits so perfectly.
Yeah. We've been heavily involved with the city of gastronomy since Tucson got that very distinguished designation, and so we've represented Pima on the board of City of Gastronomy, and our current academic director, Pablo Toscano, is on that board, and so we not only influence the City of Gastronomy, but we bring the concepts and the cultural heritage and everything that's celebrated through that back to the college and into our curriculum. Students get to learn about it and become aware of it, and it's really a beautiful combination of celebration, but also elevating the level of education that we provide students too. So,
Which is what it's all about.
which is what it's all about. Yeah.
And then, like, we talked a lot about culinary. What about like the hospitality in the sense of like the hotel? You guys have a hotel suite now, like a little bit more conceptualized, like actual suite, right?
Right. We have a hospitality learning lab, and what that is, we started off thinking we were going to build 3 hotel rooms and give students hands-on experience with, like a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star hotel room. And instead, we decided to do something very innovative and something that is really going to advance education and hospitality leadership at Pima. And that is, we built a large green room and implemented very high-end 4D virtual reality and immersive reality system, which we are going to build our curriculum into, and students will get to experience something very different, very innovative, and very profound. So an example might be a lot of our students, to be honest, may not have ever traveled outside of Tucson. They may not have ever been out of the state, for instance, and certainly they may not have ever done international travel. But picture this. How about if you're learning concepts of hospitality leadership or running a welcome desk at a 5-star hotel resort, but you're doing it in a 90th floor. You're doing it on the 90th floor of a hotel in Dubai.
Ooh.
And it's so realistic and it's so immersive that you really believe you're there. So it's a virtual way of giving students hands-on experiential learning in a very powerful way.
That is really cool. I'm all like sitting here like, ooh, I want to do that.
Right.
I'll go to school again. Like, let's do it. And that is really cool. I mean, that's essentially, like you said, like a much more innovative way. And like you said, maybe students haven't traveled outside of Tucson or things like that. Right. So it kind of really hits so much more and broadens that horizon of like what students can learn, what they can do depending on the environment, where they want to get a job, etc. That's really cool.
It's also safer too. So students can learn how to handle cutlery and knives and so forth in the profession in the virtual lab. They can make mistakes. They can make the chicken not look so good, but then they once they've practiced there and they feel confident, then they can go to the real kitchen and do it with real knives and real equipment and feel confident doing it too.
Yeah, no, that is like, I'm just like trying to soak it all in. I'm like, this is like, I'm just so excited. I'm like, can I be a part of the team there too? Because
come on over anytime. Yeah.
I'm like fascinated. I'm literally just kind of like, I'm lost for words because I'm just trying to take it all in. But that's how excited I am right now for this whole adventure. So I know this is all brand new and this is very exciting. Obviously, if you guys can't tell, I'm very, very excited right now. And so, what do you think is or do you have kind of like a success story from your program, from a student who, or their story that you would like to share that's really like shine? I'm sure you have many, but
there's so many. I mean, we find so many of our graduates now already, even before we open the Center of Excellence, that are in leadership positions in the industry. I've got an example. So Shelley McFarland was a fairly recent graduate and started off in industry with a decent job with a livable wage, but an entry-level job nevertheless. But what we've seen over and over again, and what happened with Shelby as well, is that she moved up and she was able to take on more responsibilities and get promoted faster than her peers because of her education at Pima and all of that hands-on learning she had. And now, as a result, she is the head pastry chef at Canyon Ranch, which is one of the most prestigious resorts in all of Tucson. And that's just in a very short period of time. So that's a perfect example of the successes we see over and over with our students, whether they go into culinary or they go into hospitality. They're well equipped and they're able to step into any environment and thrive and be successful very fast. So
yeah, I mean, I was just like thinking in my head right now, like how we were talking about the green room and how, you know, you can kind of like go wherever, but like Tucson is a travel destination.
Right.
Like people come here for the food, people come here for hiking, for the rodeo, for the gem show. Like there's so much opportunity within Tucson for your students to succeed and thrive. And then of course, keep Tucson thriving. So like it's like full circle moments. And I haven't been to Canyon Ranch, but that is a nice resort. So like
it's beautiful.
Yeah. So for her to like move up and be head pastry chef, like now I want to go.
I'm really excited about the ribbon cutting too, because she's going to be our keynote student speaker for the ribbon cutting.
So I'll get to meet her.
So you get to meet her. Yeah.
That is amazing. I love that. Oh my gosh. I'm like really excited. And that's coming up April, like in a couple,
25th.
April 25th. So are you counting down the days?
Yes. Yeah. got a lot to do to get ready, but we're definitely excited about it and can't wait. So.
Well, is there anything else that I have missed that's new or exciting that you wanted to share about your renovation?
Yeah, there's so many things that I could talk about. I mean, we're innovating in so many ways. So part of the COE is sustainability. We've implemented what's called FAR UVC technology in the kitchens and in the restaurant. And what that allows us to do is to sterilize and to keep the air and all the surfaces very, very clean, 99.9%. It's essentially a COVID killer and everything else too. And we're piloting that for the entire college because it's a state-of-the-art technology that really moves the needle and makes a difference in terms of cleanliness and disease and prevention and control. We're also doing so much so you mentioned the restaurant, but we also have a Aztec grill, and that's a student-run grill, and that's going to be opening too. And so students will it's a line kitchen, and students will be operating that kitchen and learning everything about front of the house and back of the house and point of sale systems and inventory control and all of those kind of things. So students are really getting a very deep understanding of what it takes to be successful in all these different avenues of tourism and hospitality and culinary. Also, the Center of Excellence allows us to reach out to the community and experts. We have an advisory committee that's so powerful and so strong, made up of CEOs, business owners, general managers of local and regional and national resorts who advise us. They help us design our curriculum for the future. They help us prepare for what they're going to need 5 and 10 years from now. And so we stay relevant, we stay current, and we're providing students and graduates that are perfect for what their needs are now, but also in the future.
I was going to say, you're actually kind of like not just relevant, but you're like one step ahead, right? You're planning for the future. You have all these people who are leaders within the community who are like in the business of every single area that you're teaching. And so no matter what, you guys are ready. I think everyone's going to be jealous of your campus. I'm just saying. Everyone's always like talking about downtown. And I was like, no, next is going to be Desert Vista. Everyone's going to be like, Desert Vista, Desert Vista, Desert Vista. So you guys are set up for success here.
Oh, we are. And then the future, too. The future looks so bright because once we open the Center of Excellence, we're looking at doing some even more things to contribute to our community and to the rest of the college. So, for instance, in the future, we hope to be able to cater and provide, say, fresh baked goods to every campus on the college every morning. Wouldn't that be nice?
As long as you don't forget about district office.
District office will be one of them. So
we'll be the first stop.
It'll be the first stop. We'll make it the first stop for you. But because of the COE, because of the capability we're going to have there and the technology and the student base, we're going to be able to do some very exciting things like that in the future too.
I'm like so pumped. I'm like, I know I've said this like 1,000 times already, but I'm like, I'm so excited because I love food, first of all. And you guys are doing such like, I don't even have another word. It's just cool stuff. Like, it's so innovative. It's so now. It's so today. And it's just like, and the great thing about it is just for the students. And then you're bringing in not just the community, you're bringing in other campuses. Like, you're thinking about everybody. And so I love that, which, it brings in that whole community word in Pima Community College.
Exactly.
Like, you guys are setting an example, not just for other campuses or other programs, like across the country. And that is fantastic. Like, I think your students should be they should be just as excited. They're getting some great
They're
stuff.
so excited.
Yeah. And then I'm sure your team is excited, like getting this new space, like it's been talked about for so long, and things are just falling into place. And I'm like really excited for the success that's gonna continue to come out of here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I'm ready. I'm like, let's open it today.
Let's do it.
Right now. All right. And was there anything else that you wanted to add today before we ended our session?
No, I'm just very humbled to be the dean over this area and to provide this amazing resource for our students and for the community. It makes a huge difference, and it's going to add to the entire Pima County and the Tucson and the Southern Arizona community. So it's just a privilege and a pleasure to have any part of this, and I'm just so pleased to be able to talk to you about it today.
I'm so happy that you came. I was like ready to be like, all right, we need to get Jim in the studio. We need to talk about hospitality leadership. Like, this is so exciting. Everyone should know about it. And so I am super excited to share everything that's happening at Desert Vista campus because it's going to be truly transformational.
It is. And people can find out more about our program and hospitality leadership by just going to pima.edu and looking up hospitality leadership, and you can see all the information about our programs and everything we offer. So,
well, I'm very excited. And if there's any industry partners who wanted to connect with Jim and his team, I think y'all should get on it right now because they are just doing such exciting, innovative things for the community within the hospitality area. So you know who to contact. And so thank you so much for coming into the studio today. I can't wait to be at the ribbon cutting and see all of you guys there because it's going to be such a great, happy moment. And so I'm excited. So I'll see you then.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And I will see you all next week for a brand new episode. So until then, thank you.